but this is the Summary for Urban Policymakers, or SUP, like what's up, right? Sup. Kind of a humorous twist on it. What's up, right? The Summary for Urban Policymakers of the IPCC Sixth Assessment Report Series was launched at COP27. And there's an explanation here that follows. What is the Summary for Urban Policymakers about? Basically, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, which is UN stuff, brings out periodic reports based on the latest and most comprehensive scientific assessment of climate change. Really. The initial volume of the Summary for Urban Policymakers series was released in November 2018, so this is 4 or 5 years old, at COP23, and distilled the findings from IPCC Special Report on 1.5 degrees Celsius. Okay. The SUP initiative is a series of 3 summary projects, and they've written 3 reports. SUP Volume I, What's the Latest Physical Science of Climate Change Means for Cities and Urban Areas, distilled from the IPCC Working Group 1 report. SUP Volume II, What the Latest Science on Impacts, Adaptation, and Vulnerability Means for Cities and Urban Areas, again distilled from IPCC Workings. SUP Volume 3, What the Latest Science is on Climate Change Mitigation and What That Means for Cities. SUP reports are authored, they say, by the world's leading climate scientists, a selection of the same individuals who have produced the IPCC reports. I guess that's supposed to be reassuring. Who have volunteered, oh, how nice of them, to support this effort in their individual capacities, working in consultation with city, local, and regional governments, cities and city networks, and businesses. No mention of nation states there either. And I believe there's also a video in the works. There's one other thing here, SUP Volume 1. It describes Volume 1 out of those 3 volumes a little more closely. I probably don't need to read this real in detail, but this one says, SUP Volume 1 offers a concise and accessible synthesis of IPCC Working Group 1 material for urban policymakers. Human-induced climate change is affecting every region of the world and cities and urban areas therein. Without deep reductions in emissions, warming will exceed 1.5 Celsius and 2.0 Celsius, exposing in the near term many cities and urban areas to drought, floods, extreme heat, storm surges, and cyclones. In the longer term, many cities and urban areas will also experience sea level rises and other major hydrological challenges, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a little bit of the fear porn. There could be elements of truth in that, but they're so narrowly gauged on what they think causes climate change and global warming, if the global warming is even man-made at all. They're so narrowly gauged that it's very difficult rather to tell where they're accurate, maybe in individual instances, and where they're not. But there's a video here that I believe is on tap that really kind of puts the capstone on where they're going with this.
Climate change impacts are being felt by everyone, everywhere. With rapid urbanization, cities in particular are already becoming sites of human distress. Cities are home to over half the world's population, generate 2/3 of its economic output, and emit 3/4 of global greenhouse gas emissions. Cities are also a pivotal opportunity for a rapid transition into a sustainable, low-energy intensity development. Cities can and must accelerate and deepen climate action towards climate-resilient and equitable development in the next few decades. The Summary for Urban Policymakers initiative responds to this pressing need by bringing the world's leading climate scientists in conversation with local government policymakers and businesses in every region of the world. The SUP distills the latest science from the IPCC Assessment Report 6. Since its launch at COP26, Through convenings held across the globe, the SUP collaboration identified implementable climate solutions and difficult choices that cities, citizens, businesses, and national governments have to make. Together, we co-produced the Summary for Urban Policymakers series. Together, we will continue to work towards climate action that can accelerate solutions, respond to individual and collective challenges, work towards leaving no one behind, and urgently respond to the truth that our climate is our future.
Brilliant.
Well, excellent report from Mark, and obviously that's the policy. I'll just add that policy couldn't happen, couldn't be enacted without vast amounts of money.